Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day this video may find you. Um, it's been a while since I've done a video, or at least like a couple of weeks. I've done some, but haven't posted them up yet because some of them I've actually started doing one for another channel in terms of how to make things. But I did this video today for I don't know if you could say young women or just women in general. There's been something weighing down on my heart that I thought that is not being talked enough about, at least by the right representation. I'm trying to make sure that if you can hear me pausing, I prayed before I started this video for God to move me in my words, and for me not to get caught up in my own emotions or my own experiences and such. I wanted him to just lead me. So if you see a pause there, that is just me allowing the right words to sink in before I speak. I'm doing this video because I'm really concerned at the representation of women, not just in this country but worldwide. But there is a big concern that I have noticed in the black community, and that is what we are calling the norm as what it is to be a woman these days. And there are many things that have played a factor into how these things came about. But it is critical that we get a hold on it, ladies. Very, very critical. Women are so important for child rearing, for the support of a strong man, for mentors in the community. No, don't get me wrong, men are as well, and I know they stress that a lot more than they've been stressed, that they stress on women, because there's so much absence of males role models in the African American community. And I get that, and we do need to focus on it. However, I think that the focus on that has created a serious indifference between the male and the female's roles in the community. And the way that things were set up originally, or I'd say over time, as to what a woman's place was and what a male's place was, and how things, because man had set up those things, caused a division, abuse of authority, and over time, what women represent and brought to the home, to the community, and everything has became something that society degraded, that as if it wasn't important. Like, what a mother does in the home with cooking and cleaning and giving the children mental support, um, supporting the husband in his endeavors in life, and it because women start being looked down upon, or I'd say, it really had been in the whole realm of the way things were ran in society, that women were below man. And the men are the leaders, should be the leaders in the home. However, if a man abuse his authority, as the same way, if you can look at it like, say, with slavery, or say at a job, if an employer, he mistreats his employees, they're going to want to leave. That's in any relationship. If you abuse your authority, if you're the head, and you become a person that you're not treating the people below you right, you're not treating them humanely, they're not going to want to stay, and they're going to start looking for ways to be able to get away from under your authority. And this is to the man, okay? So this happened over time because of that abuse, because we had this thing where men were supposed to go out and sow their royal oaths, like, have intercourse and relations with multiple women, and then they're supposed to go and say, find a virgin to marry, right? However, all these women that they were out there sowing their royal oaths with, and learning what it is that they like, they're actually humans as well. And the idea, I guess, was that these women were the ones that were not to be married. However, over time, these have become our normal women, what women are. Okay, that is the negative side of society, accepting that as a norm, is it changed around, and now, because of all of that, how women were treated in that way, now it's normal for women to behave in the way that they had, say, like in the Bible, the Jezebels, or you would call it the street women, women that were not to be married, say, and after the man marries, there the thing that society didn't look at or didn't care is, now you've had this man out here engaging in intercourse with multiple women, learning different so-called learning what he likes. Now it's become a part of him to behave in that way. Okay, so the man goes get a wife, a virgin. Back in the days, it's the way it's supposed to be, and he supposedly was gonna teach the woman what it is that he liked, because now he's been out here, he's had all these experiences with these women, and now he knows what it is he's like. But now that idea is putting all the pressure on that one woman to be all these different people, okay, which is something that no human being can do, okay? But what people don't understand is you have tainted the mind of that man, okay? You've created sexual demons inside that man's head, okay, that's living in that man's space now, okay? And that's where we get into this thing where then even after the man gets a wife, then he's still out there um, engaging in sexual activity with women outside of his marriage now. Okay? Well, over time, women, of course, have gotten tired of that. Okay? And a lot, back centuries ago, women stayed within those type of relationships because there was a time when there were certain jobs that women could not have. Most of the jobs that women were able to have were very, very low paying jobs. They were just like service jobs, like, you know, cleaning up, ironing, cooking, babysitting, things like that, which in society is, I think that those things are some of the top necessities in society. However, society looks down now on them to be low, and on top of it, they don't look at it in a way that the value of it is high because of the fact that it's not manufacturing anything. So they think it actually is manufacturing things for society. It's creating a sense of being, a sense of how you're supposed to live. Is teaching the children. Okay, it's actually investing in our future. Those type of things that women did. However, you know, the world leaders is all about money. So if it's not something that they can see on the surface that's bringing them money, then they devalue it. Okay, so there came a time, of course, as we know, women had, you know, I got get out the house. Women had to get out the house to start working to provide for themselves, because a man used to could just leave you. You know, he could just leave you and just start him a whole new family. And that's where they had the thing, the child support and the alimony came into play, because there were women that were left like on the streets, and children as well, children that were going to orphan homes and things like that because the fathers just abandoned them. Okay, so that is in our history, people. We do have to admit to that. The men do have to look at that as their failure in society. Okay, and that is a part that played into what women are doing today. However, women still have to hold into account what they're doing today in society. Okay, what happens to you is not as important as your response to it. Okay, and society has tend to have taught us that we're supposed to live just happy and with no troubles, and just free, and to be able to do whatever it is that we want to do, free of what the consequences is and so forth. And that is totally not true. It's not possible. It's no way that can happen. Okay, whatever seed we put down, it will bring forth its fruit. Okay, so I'm talking about this because I'm telling you that what women have done is said, okay, well, men, it's a double standard, and it is a double standard. That is correct. There's a double standard. So, hey, men can do it, I can do it too. I don't know where they thought we was going to end up with that kind of thinking. Okay, and I'll be 52 next month, and you have my mother. She's gone on to be with the Lord about 3 years back. So but women that is of her age, and my grandparents' age, and then my age, and so forth, on back past my grandparents, the current generation, say the 20s and 30s, and some with 40s, whatever, look down on women of my age and my grandmother and my mom and my grandmother and so forth. Okay. um Especially when we are women. I'm not tooting my own horn, I'm not perfect. You know, I got out there, was fooled into the okie-doke just like everybody else was in the beginning. You know, I have a good strong relationship with God, and praise God, that's the only reason that I do know what I know now. That's the only reason I do know to do better now. I, you know, engaged in sexual relationships before marriage, just like the majority of society, American society, has done. Yeah, I've been with my husband about 32 years. We'll be married, say, I'm sorry about that. We'll be married, say, let me hang this up. Be right back. Okay, so sorry. I'm in my office, and that's my little office phone. That anyways, so they look down on the women that is in my generation, because especially women like me that's has been with someone. I've been with my husband since I was 20 years old. And anybody that's been in relationships for decades have been through some stuff. Okay. One reason that you're going to go through something is because you're dealing with two individuals. Okay. And then when you got children involved, you know, a lot of times children, I understand, they do play a factor in what's going on with the parents as well. In-laws can play a factor with what's going on with a couple. What the couples themselves, the man and the woman, have experienced in life and has not worked out in life personally, can affect the relationship. Okay. So women that are like me, that, you know, have a relationship with God, or Christians and so forth, are now looked down upon excuse me, for sticking out in the relationship in the storm. Okay. By women. Men, they understand the value of a woman like that, but women, they look at it as someone that is and then again, I think that they just say that those women are weak, but I think what it is, they understand that they're actually really strong. And what it is, the women of today don't want to do the work. Okay. They don't want to do the work to get through that, you know. And mind you, I am not talking about some of this stuff that we put up with as women in our history, with men cheating on you and beating you and things like that. I'm not talking about that. You know, you go read in the Bible, and adultery is a thing that God allows you, that you can get out of the marriage for. Okay. Of course, abusing you physically, you need to get out of that marriage. You know, even it can mentally can be an issue as well. So we're going to talk about the mental thing. Okay. When you're in a relationship, and whether it be the male or the female that's still working out things, okay, that still don't have that relationship with God and found that peace within themselves, that person is going through some mental anguish. Okay. And this is in any relationship. You can even have your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your friend. If you're in a relationship with a person and they have not found peace within themselves, because you're in that relationship with that person, you are going to be experiencing some of that mental anguish that that person is going through. Okay? So, but I noticed, like, in society, it's looked down upon, like, if a woman actually is able to stay in a relationship with a man that's dealing with those things. However, she's also a good Christian woman. Like, she's out not only just dealing with that with the male that she's in a relationship with, she's more than likely dealing with that with everybody that's around her. Everybody that's around her that does not have a relationship, a good relationship with God. They're all going through their struggles with trying to find their peace, okay? And in that, the woman that has a relationship, that's engaged in a friendship or in the family with the person, or a partner relationship, such as a husband wife, or a mother daughter, mother son, whatever, they are dealing with all of that. Okay, now people tend to think that the woman should give up on her relationship if her man is going through some mental anguish in terms of finding his peace, but yet she's supposed to hold on to all these other relationships around her that they're going through their own mental struggles with peace. Okay? Are you understand what I'm saying? Let me say that again, because some people may not have gotten that. What I'm saying is, if you're in an intimate relationship with someone, whether it be a family member that like a sister, brother, cousin, mother, father, child, or friendship, whatever, and the people that that you're engaging in those relationships with are struggling with their own mental peace, with what's going on with them trying to find their way to peace, however, whatever way that they get to that peace place. Okay, if you're a person that you have peace in you, you have a good strong relationship and you have peace in you, you are going through mental anguishes dealing with those people if you allow it to happen. Okay? So, the reason why relationships are not lasting today, that's even with, say friendships or whatever, is so crazy, whatever, because everybody is fighting so hard. Not everybody, but you know what I mean. In large numbers, people are fighting so hard to be themselves, what they call themselves. I want to be me. I want to be who I am. How, right? So we all know that God has a will for all of us. Okay? And it is most certainly not what we're doing in society today. It is most certainly not what I had explained, the way that things are in our society. However, people look at the way that society says that they should be as the answer as to who they are. Okay? And it turns into, society gives me this, society gives me that, society, and I like this, and I like that, and I like that, and I like that, and I like that. And then you end up bringing in all of those things that you like, right? And you say, this is who I am. Okay? I have strong feelings about this. I have strong feelings about that. Oh, I meditate. I love this right here. I love this right here. So this is who I am. Not even realizing that what you have done is you have allowed society and the desires of man's heart, including your own, to manipulate you into being something that you wasn't meant to be. God says, give up what is yours to receive what is his. Don't get me wrong. Totally not saying that everything that you like or love is horrible for you. Moderation is a lot of times key to these things. But there are some things that are just totally sin and we should stay away from. Okay? But I wanted to do this video because these are some things that are going on in society and we're not talking enough about. And I felt like it is something that needs to be talked about. I hope this is helpful. I got another video that I'm also doing today that I thought is critical for women, to help women kind of see what's going on in society, and to hopefully get us to a place where we can start really taking control over our lives and what's going on in it, and to find some peace. But I'm going to end this now because it's getting kind of long. You might want to play this back a couple of times to just get what I'm saying here. I will post up some scriptures later. I just thought that I might need to start talking more in layman language to people, and let them know that the Bible is the way to go to find these answers. Proverbs is a very, very good book in the Bible for this type of subject that I'm discussing. So that would be a good place to start. I never want like what I'm saying to replace what you go into the Bible yourself. You getting to know God's word and you getting to have a relationship with God. I hope this is a blessing to all who hears, and have a blessed day. Bye.